Daytona didn't go according to plan. We had a mechanical issue. We actually had to retire the car immediately. So we finished, I don't even know. But the difficulty there is there was a great car count in Daytona. So there was 16 or 17 car entries, and we didn't finish the race. So for the rest of the year, we're just making up for lost time. And we showed last year that consistency is key to a championship. And, you know, it's not impossible, but we just have to change the script a little bit and try to make up some points, because there's a strong chance that at some races this year, there won't be 16, 17 cars. So down the road, it might be impossible to finish 16th, which is where we finished in Daytona. So we're gonna have to try and make up some points, have some good results, and hopefully that starts here in Sebring.
The key takeaways from Daytona were to avoid the trouble. You know, there's a lot of cars out on track. It's multi-class. You can always get caught up in something, and unfortunately that's what happened to us. So moving into Sebring, we want to just avoid the trouble. That's the biggest thing.
Wasn't the best qualifying, but made up for that here. And that's really kind of it. Just like give a little extra space to some of the competitors.
I think we need a clean race, and that's the most important. Preston did a great job, great pit stop, we executed well, and then you are somehow close to the fight. And at that point, you just have to deliver and do your job. But the most important is the preparation and making sure that every detail is sorted out.
We started off Daytona really strong. Our pace throughout the roar and qualifying, all that was really, really strong. It was looking really good. Unfortunately, we had that failure or whatever, and we weren't able to finish the race. But I think there's a lot of positives to take away coming to Sebring. I feel like we still have plenty of pace here through the practice session so far. Just looking forward to the race, really.
You know, I was in the car for quite a while. It was over an hour and a half, I think. Typically in IMSA, I've been doing, you know, hour-long stints, so that was a long time to just stay focused and stay, like you said, just stay out of trouble, stay clean, and just keep putting in consistent laps. We were able to hand the car over to Nick, our co-driver, for the last race. He did a fantastic job as well, and able to get the car to Denis and then bring things home. So, and it just shows, I mean, the car had really good consistent performance throughout the whole race.
I think that at Daytona, one of the key takeaways was staying clean, right? There was a chaotic race which had a lot of fun battles in it. I think that, you know, making sure you're consistent, clean, and stayed up front, really key to being on the podium there. I think it's really important for the rest of the season to kind of focus on that same thing and just execute.
Yeah, and it's a long season, but, you know, as we saw in past years, you really need a great result at every race. You know, one DNF can really change your whole season. I mean, we had such an amazing season last year. We had a couple bad races and otherwise a spectacular run of wins and podiums. So Daytona was a good start for us. I mean, like Mason said, it's about survival, staying out of trouble, getting a result. Finish on the podium there. I feel like we didn't have the outright speed, but we did a good job on everything else. So we translated that into a solid start to the season, and we need to continue that moving forward.
Well, you know, Sebring has this reputation as being the sort of the roughest track on cars, and a pretty hard track for long endurance racing. I mean, certainly the WeatherTech guys, they've got a long race ahead of them with the many hours that they're going to be doing. For us, it's definitely one of my favorite tracks, I would say. It's because it's got classic kind of track atmosphere to it, some challenging corners. There's lots of difference in terms of how the corners are, but there is a flow to it, and I think that's what makes a great track is the flow. So I'm always happy to be here. It's also a nice escape, you know, to be here in early March. Other parts of the country are a little colder. You got the beautiful weather here, so it's a wonderful place to be.
Yeah, coming from Montreal, the weather is nice. It's a very technical track, usually a lot of action, yellow flags, so it's about, you know, staying composed, and then in the last 30-40 minutes, hopefully we are in a position where we can take advantage of that. But it's a great place to be.